Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to Treasure Me Dolls. So today we're going to be making a mermaid grotto for mermaids to sleep and live. It is the month of Mermaid, so there's a lot of mermaid things going on. All right, so I was on Amazon and I was looking to see if they have the Ariel doll, and they did. This is the new look of Ariel, the Little Mermaid, and I was so excited to get my hands on one of them. Now, I'm not going to introduce the doll just yet because we need to give her a place to live. So before I open the doll and introduce y'all to Ariel, let's go ahead and get started on her house. All right, just like always, I have my room already set up. And now we're going to go ahead and get started. I cut off pieces of cardboard and I just made like a wavy design. And I'm going to place this in the middle. And then I'm going to place another piece over on the left. And then another piece over on the right. And I'm going to glue this in with a glue gun to help make some details to the flooring. And I'm going to glue this one at the back to finish off that middle piece. All right, so now that we got the flooring glued in, we're going to go ahead and put the pieces at the back. Again, I still did the wavy cutout to add details to the wall. And then I have a middle piece that I'm going to put in between. There's no wrong or right way to do it, you guys. I just made it like an ocean wavy. Also, I'm going to start putting some up on the sides to give it that real rock look. And I know you might not think it looks as it should, but it will. It'll all come into place once we're done. Now, I will go ahead and begin putting the cardboard on the other side as well. And I don't know if y'all guys paid attention, but if you look up, I already did the wavy cutout for where she's going to swim up to come out of the box. These are 3 pieces of different sizes that I'm going to glue together. This is going to help support the bed that Ariel will be sleeping on. I made 2, so 1 on each side to help hold the bed up. Now with the bed, I took kind of a little wider piece and did the wavy lines as well. 1 big, 1 small. Also got some more wavy pieces I put together to make like a little table or, something where I can sit decoration on to make that back wall come out some. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put some more stands on this side for another sleeping area for a mermaid to sleep. So we're going to have 2 beds so far. As we get more mermaids, then we'll add to the room. But right now we're just going to do 2 beds or 2 sleeping areas. And also I'm going to add another shelving unit at the back on the back wall. All right, so now at the back, I want the floor to kind of have some waves to it as well. So I'm going to glue this piece in the floor in the middle at the back. All right, so now that I got the flooring done, the walls done, the beds done, now it's time for the fun part. Let's go ahead and get that glue out and start pasting the tissue paper everywhere. All right, so I just got some regular Elmer's glue. And I got the tissue paper that you put in gift bags when you're giving presents. Now I'm doing a lot because I'm not going to do a little spot at a time. I want to cover a lot of scenery. And I'm going to take a sponge brush and I'm going to spread the glue out all over to smear the glue a little. Then I'm going to take pieces of tissue paper and lay on top of the glue and spread them out as well. We're trying to cover more ground. I don't want to do little pieces at a time. Now, something I wasn't told that I think you should know. When you're using white tissue paper, you will have to paint multiple times to cover the entire board. So try not to use white tissue paper. Use like a darker color. That way you won't have to put so much layers when it's time to paint. I wish someone had told me that, because I think I put like 4 layers of paint on to where you no longer see the white. Again, we're still smudging the glue and adding tissue paper to give that rock effect. I'm going to do this process throughout the whole grotto. All right, you guys, this is how it looks now that we have pasted the entire grotto. And I mostly focused on the wavy lines. Now we're going to go ahead and paint. This is a dark gray. And again, I had to do multiple coverings of the dark granite. And that's only because I use white tissue paper. Try to use like a black tissue paper or a dark color. So let's go ahead and begin painting. I got this paint off of Amazon. It was like 67 cents for 2 Florida ounce bottles. All right, and we're just going to paint the entire box. Go ahead and pull up a movie because it's going to take a minute. And I'm just still going over it, making double layers. Once a portion dries, I go right back over it so I can go ahead and get my different coatings on. All right, we're just about done. And here's my painted grotto. It looks very good and neat. Again, I put like 4 layers of paint on here. Now what we're going to do is take a lighter shade of gray and we're going to start getting some of those details of that tissue paper out. I was a little scary and skeptical of this part because I didn't know how much paint to put on the paintbrush, and no one tells you this, but I will. When you dip your paintbrush in paint, push some of the paint off of the brush because you barely want paint on there. You don't want a whole lot, just enough to brush it across the wrinkles in the tissue paper and the wavy lines. And this is the finished look. Now we're going to add a couple of aquarium plants that I got from Walmart. I think this one was like 7. And then this other one was like 4 something. This other plant I got from Dollar Tree. It was just $1.25. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck some of these leaves off. Just like this, just barely just pull off as many as you need. And I'm going to start placing them in between the rock. Again, I'm using the hot glue. You might have to hold it in place for a little while to give the glue time to dry. And this just basically makes it look like grass is growing inside of the grotto. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. You're just adding plants as you see fit. I'm going to put some back here behind this rock to make it seem like plants are growing out of the rock as well. So I'm just decorating around the 2 beds. And I'm just going to add a couple more pieces of this plant. I really like this plant. And add it around the bed, just give a little fullness. And now I have a seashell that I'm going to use, and I'm going to place this pearl. I'm going to glue it inside and sit it up under the bed for Ariel. Then I'm going to take some more seashells and place them up under the other bed. Now I am going to glue these down because I don't want them to move when moving the grotto around. Here go another seashell. This one is like a turquoise tan color, a beige color. And I'm going to glue this as well near the bed. Also, I placed a shell with a pearl on top of the stands that I have. These are, I got these shells from Dollar Tree, you guys. Now, here's the part of the plants that I bought off of Amazon. Now, to make this plant kind of stand up, I glued 2 pieces of the leaves together to kind of make the leaves stand up instead of leaning over because there's no water. Also, I made this seashell with pearls and jewelry off camera, but I'm going to show you how I made it. I'm going to put this one up under her bed as well. All right, so now what I did was I took a shell and I put glue all in the bottom of it. And then I started adding my pearls. You can rearrange the pearls however you want. But I started with the biggest pearl first and put it right in the middle of the glue. And then I started putting the small pearls around it. Now I chose these turquoise pearls just to add color to the grotto. And I'm going to put these small white ones around it as well. Then I'm going to take some jewelry. Now you can get, these are ankle bracelets that I'm using for jewelry because I didn't want necklaces to be too long trying to glue them in. So these are ankle bracelets, and I push the clamp part onto the glue so it'll stay. And then we just have this piece hanging off of the shell. And then I put this up under the bed as well. So far, our grotto is starting to come to life, but I think it needs more color. So I'm going to take some of the other plants that I got from Walmart. This is like a pink peachy color plant. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the leaves off of the plant and place them around the bed as if they're growing out of the grotto. I'm placing some on the other bed as well. And then we're going to put our plant back over here on the left. Again, I glued the leaves together to kind of make it stand up for me. I also have this crystal that I'm going to put on this black wall just to add detail to the wall for decoration. Also, I have this ankle bracelet that I'm going to hang on the shell. Now, without further ado, the moment you've all been waiting for. Ariel. Again, this Ariel is a replica of Halle Bailey, the new face of the Little Mermaid. Also, they have a version of her that has legs. You can go on Amazon and get her as well. I'm going to get me 2 of them. All right, so let's go ahead and get Ariel off this box. Ariel has a silicone tail fin. It has glitter, turquoise, purple, pink. I really like the detail in the fins and in her mermaid tail. I think they did good with the sculpting and painting of her mermaid tail. She also can bend in a seating position. Also, her arms move forward and backwards. They don't bend, unfortunately. And she has natural looking makeup. And also her hair is half locks and half straight. I'm not a fan of it. I'm going to go ahead and be honest. I don't think that they should have done it that way. I think they should have put locks at the back, in the middle, in between as well, instead of just right there at the top of the head. But we're going to make it work. All right, Ariel. This is your new grotto. See how I pulled her hair over to the side? Now that looks better. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like. You can also comment and subscribe. And let me know what you think of my version of the grotto that we made for Ariel. See you next time. Bye.